Welcome to Ping 24 Updates, your daily dose of what is happening around the world. If you want to stay informed and ahead, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. In a stunning and unexpected move, Greenland has firmly rejected a multi-trillion-dollar U.S. acquisition proposal that had been the subject of intense speculation and global attention for months. Instead, Greenland's leaders have chosen to chart a new course, opting for sweeping and ambitious partnership agreements with both Canada and the European Union, signaling a dramatic shift in the island's international alliances. This landmark decision, announced today in the capital city of Nuuk, marks a pivotal turning point in Arctic relations and sends a clear message about Greenland's unwavering commitment to sovereignty, cultural integrity, and self-determination. The world had anticipated a historic sale, but Greenland defied expectations, choosing collaboration and partnership over a transactional deal, fundamentally reshaping the region's power dynamics and diplomatic landscape. After months of tense, high-stakes negotiations, Greenland and Denmark stood united, declaring to the world that their future was not for sale and that their destiny would be determined on their own terms. The new agreements are designed to prioritize local jobs, expand educational opportunities, and ensure that Greenlanders themselves benefit directly from the island's vast natural resources, rather than foreign interests. In Washington, officials are reeling from the unexpected setback, while in Ottawa and Brussels, leaders are celebrating what they see as a major diplomatic victory and a new era of cooperation in the Arctic. Greenland's leaders have transformed immense international pressure into a powerful moment of national pride, unity, and strength, inspiring citizens across the country. By aligning with Canada and the EU, Greenland is laying the groundwork for sustainable development, environmental stewardship, and mutual respect, ensuring that future growth benefits all Greenlanders. These forward-thinking agreements place human dignity, opportunity, and self-determination at the very heart of foreign policy, putting people and communities first in every decision. This bold and visionary move is already shifting global perceptions of what small nations can achieve, demonstrating that even the smallest voices can have a profound impact on the world stage. Greenland has asserted its agency and independence, proving that respect, collaboration, and unity can shape a more equitable and just future for all. Even in an era defined by great power competition, Greenland's bold choice stands as a model for modern diplomacy, showing that principled leadership can redefine the rules of international engagement. The U.S. renewed its ambitious push to acquire Greenland after President Trump's re-election, reigniting a debate that had simmered for decades but never reached this level of intensity. The administration framed the move as a historic real estate deal, echoing past American land acquisitions like Alaska and Louisiana, but on an even grander scale. The offer on the table was staggering. Trillions of dollars, an amount almost unimaginable, meant to entice both Denmark and Greenland into considering the unthinkable. The proposal included lifetime annuities for every Greenlander, promising financial security for generations to come, a tempting prospect for many in a region facing economic challenges. Alongside the money, the U.S. pledged autonomy under the American flag, suggesting Greenland could govern itself while benefiting from American resources and protection. The White House viewed the rapidly melting Arctic not as a looming climate crisis, but as a rare strategic opportunity to secure new resources and shipping routes before rivals could act. American negotiators launched a relentless campaign, leveraging NATO ties and diplomatic channels to build support and momentum for the deal. They put heavy pressure on Denmark, urging cooperation and painting the deal as a chance for Denmark to benefit financially while offloading a costly territory. The deal was pitched as a win-win. Denmark would profit handsomely, the U.S. would secure a strategic foothold in the Arctic, and American military presence would ensure the region's security and stability. Greenland, they promised, would gain prosperity, modern infrastructure, and a brighter economic future. But throughout the negotiations, Greenlandic voices were largely sidelined, treated as secondary in decisions about their own land and future. This top-down approach ignored Greenland's deep desire for self-determination and respect for its unique culture and history. To many Greenlanders, the offer felt less like a partnership and more like a takeover, an attempt to buy their homeland rather than truly collaborate. The US failed to recognize that national aspirations, identity, and pride can't simply be bought with money, no matter how much is offered. The proposal promised economic solutions and development, but threatened to erase Greenland's identity, language, and traditions in the process. In the end, the people of Greenland stood firm, unwilling to trade their future, culture, and sovereignty for any price, no matter how high. The US saw Greenland as both a strategic and economic prize, a place where national interests and global ambitions could intersect. Its vast, icy expanse was suddenly at the center of world attention. Militarily, Greenland's location offers control over emerging Arctic sea routes, which are opening up as the ice recedes, and serves as a critical choke point for monitoring Russian and Chinese activity in the region. The Thule Air Base was just the beginning. Washington envisioned a vast and enduring military presence, with new bases and advanced surveillance systems to secure American interests. Economically, Greenland's untapped rare earth minerals, oil, and gas reserves could help break US dependence on China for critical materials, fueling the next technological revolution and supporting American industries. As the ice melts due to climate change, these resources are becoming more accessible than ever before, raising the stakes for all interested powers and intensifying the global race for Arctic riches. Russia and China are rapidly expanding their presence in the Arctic, investing in infrastructure and research, making Greenland a frontline in the new era of great power competition. The Trump administration believed that acquiring Greenland would secure American dominance in the region, ensuring the US would not be left behind in the Arctic's unfolding future. The urgency was real. The Arctic's landscape is changing at an unprecedented pace, and the window for the US to shape its future is rapidly closing, making decisive action more important than ever. For the US, this was far more than a simple real estate deal. It was a bold strategic gambit, a move to secure influence and resources for the next century and beyond. Control of Greenland meant control of the Arctic's future, with the potential to shape global trade, security, and energy for generations. But the plan underestimated the island's resolve. Greenland's people and leaders had their own vision for the future, determined to protect their land and identity. The US failed because it treated Greenland as a commodity, not a nation. Negotiators focused on financial benefits, ignoring Greenland's culture and history. The American pitch was all about money, infrastructure, and security. Little mention of language, tradition, or local values. The assumption enough cash could override any concerns about sovereignty. This arrogance bred resentment among Greenlanders and their leaders. US efforts targeted Copenhagen, sidelining Nuuk and reinforcing colonial dynamics. Public statements reduced Greenland to its resources, rarely acknowledging its people. This approach united Greenlanders against the deal. For them, the land is identity. Selling it was unthinkable. The US saw real estate. Greenlanders saw home. The deal collapsed not over price, but principle. It was a lesson: true partnerships require respect, not just money. Some things are simply not for sale. Greenland's soul could not be bought. Greenlanders responded to US pressure with a powerful, unified movement. Across the island, rallies and campaigns declared, "Greenland is not for sale." This was more than politics. It was a defense of identity and the right to self-determination. Decades of growing autonomy fueled a national consciousness that rejected any return to colonialism. The American offer was seen as a threat to hard-won progress. Greenland's leaders made it clear any future must begin with respect for their people. The government shifted the conversation to partnership and sustainable development, not sale. The world was forced to see Greenland as an assertive political actor, not a passive territory. The people's collective voice was too strong to ignore. While the US pushed for a purchase, Canada and the EU offered partnership. Their approach began with a question: what does Greenland need to build its future? Proposals focused on co-investment in green energy, responsible mining, and education. European and Canadian institutions pledged to help train Greenland's next generation. The deals respected Greenlandic sovereignty, with local hiring and protection of traditional rights. This was not a handout, but a hand up, empowering Greenland to stand on its own. The partnership model promised economic independence and honored cultural identity. It was an offer that resonated deeply with Greenland's aspirations. The US and Canada-EU approaches revealed two visions for the Arctic's future. America's strategy was transactional and unilateral, focused on control and quick results. Greenland was treated as a chess piece, not a partner. In contrast, Canada and Europe built trust through dialogue, patience, and respect. They engaged Greenland as an equal, investing in relationships and shared goals. The American push created resistance. The Canadian-EU approach built goodwill. Greenland's choice was a verdict on these philosophies. Sovereignty and dignity triumphed over power politics. The future of the Arctic will be shaped by those who collaborate, not dominate. Greenland's decision sets a new standard for international relations in the region. The Canada-EU agreements are designed to drive Greenland toward full independence. By replacing Danish subsidies with self-generated revenue, Greenland gains fiscal strength. The deals prioritize local jobs, training, and economic diversification. As Greenlanders gain skills and opportunities, reliance on outside support fades. A vibrant private sector will emerge, building resilience beyond resource extraction. Economic independence paves the way for political sovereignty. Greenland now has leverage to negotiate its future from a position of strength. This is about building a nation, not just an economy. Greenland's decision is a lesson for the world. Partnership trumps power. The US failed because it tried to impose, not collaborate. Canada and Europe succeeded by investing in relationships and respecting local aspirations. The Arctic's future depends on trust, not transactions. Greenland's model will inspire others to demand equitable, respectful engagement. As the world turns north, the region's fate will be co-created, not dictated. Diplomacy and collaboration are the keys to unlocking the Arctic's potential. Those who come to partner will succeed. Those who come to dominate will be left in the cold.